Alright guys, I'm so sorry about that. Apparently my unlink didn't work and it linked me back to my personal Twitch account. I think we're live. If somebody can just... Yep, we are. It's got the ping now. Excellent. So we are live. I am so sorry about the delay there, guys. I'll just quickly run through the grid as we see it currently. Kano in P1 with a rapid 1:16.340. Piastri with a 1:16.393. Can he keep himself out of trouble this week? We'll have to wait and see for that one. Maxi Boy, another really quick drive from him over the past few weeks. Even, battling it out with the Tier 2 guys and putting it up quite up top, really, with a 1:16.476. We've got ZK with a 1:16.554. He's also on a bit of a charge lately, later on into the season. Uffenhof in P5, 1:16.575 for the Ferrari. Unique Throne in the Alpine with a 1:16.877. Those two guys in the Alpines apparently have something up their sleeve tonight. That's what they've told me, so that's a direct quote from them. Ace Chip, who I've also been told is quite quick around here, or can do quite well around here, with a 1:16.960 for the Red Bull. Matty Skills in the other Alpine in P8 with a 1:16.9. Magic Lee in the Haas 1:17.0. Rapid Pajala in the other Red Bull in a 1:17.4s. We've got the second Haas driver who is a reserve with a 1:17.7. War Machine in the Aston Martin P12. Aussie Freak for the McLaren boys in P13. The two McLaren boys, as they're speaking as their TP, really need to get a boogie on. These guys, unfortunately, this season have just not turned it on. Evil Blade, unfortunately, out of the session, starting currently in P14. Will he drop any further? We'll have to wait and see. Zachary in P15, welcoming him back to the grid as his first race on F1 23. Bit late to the party, but we'll see how he goes. Combo Ollie back on the grid as well with a 1:19.485. So obviously, also needs to get quite a move on. Felty Rabbit in P18 with a 1:19.8. He has told us that this is one of his favourite tracks, so hopefully he can do all right around here and get himself up into the points. Frizy now moves up into P14 with a 1:18.4, dropping Evil Blade down to P15. Kirko and Goffy both on out laps now, which is great to see. I've had to get a bit of a move on to my drivers on their quali laps, because one of my drivers just doesn't set quali laps. And I've had to put my foot down and say no more. So we're going to jump on board with Rapid Majala here, who is currently on a lap now, sitting with that 1:17.0 in P9. Can he push himself even further up? We hope to see it, because he's an outstanding driver, probably the king of defence. This guy can park his car 3 cars wide. He's known as he's going into the pits. He's known himself as the bus. So no one can get past him. It's so hard. Him and Non-Stop last season had a battle for the ages throughout the entirety of the season, and it was just unreal to watch. So we'll hope to see if he can do that. Frizy enters the pit. We're going to jump on board with Kirko just to see how he can go on his quali lap. Gets a little bit squirrely on the corner exit there. Really slipping out just a little bit into the DRS. Opens it up and goes very, very wide. Sort of see why he doesn't want to do quali laps, and that's fine, but still get out there and set something. So he has set himself with a personal best first sector, which is a purple sector. Game glitches out a little bit because of that reason. Kano with a 1:16.0 goes even faster. We're going to have to wait to see how Piastri goes. He crosses the line to finish his lap. Doesn't improve, stays in P3. So we're going to have to wait and see how ZK and Maxi Boy can get on to try and knock Kano off of the grid, off of the pole position, who, currently almost 3/10 faster than ZK, and over 4/10 faster than Maxi Boy. So we'd love to see it. So we're going to jump down to Unique Throne, who is currently on a lap as well. 1:16.5 in P6 currently. Got to get a little bit of a move on. He's almost exactly 1/10 behind Uffenhof. So we'll have to wait and see what he can do as he rounds around the last few corners. Comes now down to the penultimate. This one's a bit of a tricky corner, but it looks like he has nailed that corner. Puts his foot right down. He's going into the pits. These people are making me look like an idiot. It's annoying me. Beautiful Red Bull getting out of the way there for Basilla. Hench, can you quickly just check for me who Basilla is in the other Haas so I can figure out what name to call him? And he is currently on a lap as well as we speak. Let's see if he goes into the pits and makes me look even worse. No. So he is going to round out the final corner here. Let's see how he can get on. If he can try and get up further into the order. Stays P11, doesn't improve much, and is sitting right behind his teammate magically. There we go. So that driver, Bissela, in the other Haas is M-Bomb. So, okay, that makes a lot more sense, actually. Hungry. Damn it. I don't have any of my information up on Hungary, so we're going to have to make do. So now we are going to have a look at ZK, who is now on an outlap. So this is the one that's really going to matter to him. The track is now warmed up. Track temps are up there. It looks like he's gone out on a new set of tyres, though. That surely isn't the case. Game volume apparently high. Ah, dear. Where is it? Audio settings. It is very high. Alright, just let me know how that is. If the game volume is a lot better. Or if it's too low. Because I need to know. Can you keep an eye on Twitch chat for me and just let me know? So ZK now on his lap with a 1:16.3, still trying to beat Kano. Kano also on an outlap, so this is going to be the battle for these two. Even Maxi Boy, who's now down in P6. SFR Piastri moves down into P4. Elfenhof now moves up into P2 with a rapid 1:16.2, but not good enough to beat out Kano onto pole position. So we are going to have to wait and see how these lads get on. ZK looking very clean, to be honest. Just stays within track limits there. Beautifully taken corner, keeps the pace inside. Nice on the exit as he enters the pits, enters the chicane. You want to upshift to fourth halfway through that chicane though. But Maxi Boy now goes fastest with that 1:15.805. First driver into the 1:15s and with quite a margin too. I got on Kano, and there it is. ZK runs wide, and that is going to be the end of his quali as he is currently sitting in P4 as he now invalidates after going extremely wide. SFR Piastri now on what looks to be his finishing lap for his hot run. How's he going to go? He's sitting at 1:16.3s. He's got a little bit of pace in him by the looks of it. Can't quite see if he's up. He's hugging that curb super tight. Opens up that DRS. Pushes it across the line and goes up into P4. Unique's thrown up into P3. Maxi Boy stays in P1. We're going to jump on board with Kano here as he now rounds out the final corner. Is he going to be able to beat out Maxi Boy? I just don't know. 1:16.03. Yeah, and he does with a 1:15.6. Beats out Maxi Boy by 2/10 and says, "Cop that, mate. I'll take my spot back." Beautifully done. So, grid as we see it, Kano P1, Maxi Boy P2, Unique Throne P3, SFR Piastri up into P4, Orphenhof in P5, I want to say ZK in P6, let's see. Is the game volume okay, Hench? Sweet. There we go. So Uffenhof in P5, ZK in P6, Ace Chip P7, Magically P8, Matt Skills in P9. Rounding out the top 10, the old man himself, the bus, Pajala. Frizy up into P11. We've got M-Bomb in P12, War Machine P13, Combo Ollie in P14, Aussie Freak rounds out the points positions in P15. Goffy P16, Evil Blade in P17 after an unfortunate DNF. Zachary, first race back, P18, respectable. P19 for Kirko. And Felty Rabbit rounding out the top 20 with a 1:19.4. So fastest lap, getting himself onto pole position was Kano with that 1:15.674, and only 0.131 behind him. Is going to be, I think it's going to be quite a race. Alright, so we're just going to sit here in the pits, have a look at the Red Bull garage. Nothing seems to be going on in there. No movement down the garages whatsoever. So, I don't know what's happening. We'll just wait for the players. While we're waiting for that, we might just have a quick chat about Season 6. Obviously, you all know that Season 5. Season 5 coming next season. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to go to the lights here. And it looks like the formation lap is on. Excellent. Yeah, so Season 5 coming next year. I know from talks we are looking to start late January, probably just after Australia Day, roughly. It is going to be a shorter calendar. We've found that the calendar of 20 races, I think we did this season, or 22 this season, has just been a bit tiresome. And by the end of the season, you just get a bit run down. You sort of lose a little bit of motivation. Bad driving starts to happen, and it's not fun for everyone. So we are going to bring it back down to either a 16 or an 18 race calendar. Just to try and keep it a bit more entertaining throughout the season, and then obviously we'll go again, or we'll be finished in time for F1 24. But a few other things to come. There are going to be some new announcements to come. Obviously, we're going to be revamping a few things, looking at our stewarding system, looking at our rules. We'll be going through a lot of things, so keep an eye out. TPs will be open again, so if you want to be a TP, start thinking about how you can write up your application so that we can put it forward. One thing I will say is you need to be active in your team chat. We are seeing so many people have put their hands up saying, I can be the best morale for my team, and then that's it. They just didn't talk to their team from there. It was just, can you race? So that's something we are going to be on the lookout for. We do have, we've kept it in mind that there are a few TPs out there who are, motivating their team and really backing up their team when it comes to, appeals or penalties and that sort of stuff. And that's the type of stuff we love to see, because that's the role that a TP should be doing. So we're going to try and keep that. Let's get all my stuff back up. Try and get me a different view. Come on. So 5 lights are out, and the race is on between Kano and Maxi Boy. Kano gets a decent start, but it looks like Maxi Boy is going to get the better start down the inside. Is he going to get covered off by Kano? It doesn't look like it. Kano does get the move done and keeps position. Piastri now goes up into P2 from P4. Beautifully done. Unique Throne stays in P3. ZK up 2 position. Maxi Boy, unfortunately, now does fall by the wayside and goes down a few positions down to P5. Down 3 position. Hoof looks like he's had a bit of a... Oh, we've got a driver around. That is a Haas. That is Magic Lee. There was no contact there. It was just driving on his own. Now gets a boogie on. Gets his car back on track. So we'll have a look up here. We'll go back to Kano and we'll have a look at the tyres that everybody has started on. All mediums and softs, one hard. Zachary on the hard tyres here. But Kano currently under pressure from his mate Piastri. Unique Throne also all over the back of Piastri. ZK, Maxi Boy, there's no gaps all the way down. We've got a bit of a battle coming down here between Aussie Freak all over the back of Goffy. Goffy's got a better start and managed to jump a few positions by the looks of it. But can Aussie Freak fight back? Kirko also up a few positions, up into P16. Get on it, Kirko. Evil Blade dropping a position down into P18. Combo Ollie also down a fair few positions. That's not Combo Ollie, M-Bomb. Combo Ollie is down a few positions, but we are going to look here as M-Bomb looks down the inside of Frizy. Can he get a move done? He doesn't. Just slips right back in behind Frizy and waits for the next time around. Matty Skills now all over the back of Ace Chip. This guy here, Matty Skills and Ace Chip, so they've had a bit of a run-in before. Let's see how they can handle this on-track battle today and try and keep it on track and not on Discord. But Matty Skills with the faster tyres on the softs, can he manage to get past? He's losing a little bit of time there. 5 tenths, 4 tenths. Managed to gain it back a little bit there, but it's not enough. Maxi Boy now starting to really fall by the wayside. Only a second gap between himself and Unique Throne, so it looks like something has happened back up at the pack up there before losing, I think it was like 4 tenths, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Evil Blade also not looking too red hot. He's 2.5 seconds behind Kirko, so something has happened there as well. I'm not too sure what it would have been, but we'll see. No major battles, going on at the moment. Kano sets the fastest lap 3 with a 1:19.4 on those medium tyres for the Mercedes boys. DRS now enabled, so watch those back wings as they start to open. This is where we're going to start to see a few overtakes, but Maxi Boy needs to get a move on. 1.4 seconds outside of that DRS zone. Needs to really try and claw his way back up to Unique Throne to try and at least be given any sort of advantage with that DRS. But we'll see how it goes. So M-Bomb now trying hard to hunt down Frizy ahead of him, and Frizy once again trying to hunt down Matt Skills. Matt Skills hunting down Ace Chips, but Ace Chips still within distance of Ulfenhof. It's a massive DRS train here. So we'll have a look and see how this one pans out later on. But we've got a battle still between M-Bomb and Frizy, but it's just, nothing is just eventuating from it. This track is just near impossible to pass. Near impossible, but here we go. Joining the battle now, the old man himself, Rapper Bajala, only 1/10 off, tries to look down the inside, gets covered off in quite an aggressive fashion, but was able to hold out behind, goes up the gutter, and can he get the move done? He's definitely got the pace on M-Bomb ahead. DRS now open, but he's part of that DRS train as he now tries to break the toe. M-Bomb, Frizy tries to break the toe on M-Bomb. M-Bomb tries to break the toe on Frizy, and it's just not happening. Looking up ahead, we've still got Kano ahead. We've still got Piastri in P2. Unique Throne in P3. Maxi Boy's still trying to cover off what looks to be like ZK. And there's an overtake that I've just missed. Aussie Freak now gets Goffy done. There's a yellow flag. That is War Machine around. Let's have a look at how that's happened. Let's see if we can try and determine. He's already back on the way. He's just looped it somewhere. So Pajala, we might go back up to Pajala, who has now lost a little bit of time, but he's right back up there, right back on the arse end of M-Bomb, as M-Bomb still trying to get past Frizy. Frizy's still trying to get past Matty Skills, but he has lost a lot of time. Now 1.6 seconds to the car ahead, and the gaps are now starting to form. 1.5 to Kano for Piastri. Unique Throne still on the back of Piastri. Maxi Boy now starting to claw his way back in. 1 second the gap between him and Unique, but still with outside of that DRS there, so he's going to have to try and really get a move on. ZK still within DRS range, but only just. Oof and Hoof way outside of that DRS range, 2.5 seconds, and this is where the gaps are starting to open it up. But here we go. We are starting to look for a move as M-Bomb tries to go around the outside of Frizy, but cannot get the job done. But he's going down the inside here. Is there going to be contact? There's no contact. It's clean racing all the way around. M-Bomb gets the position done, and in quite a fashion. But Frizy fights back. Is he going to be able to stay in front? Frizy stays... Oh, it has to fall behind M-Bomb, as M-Bomb gets a beautiful move done. And that was fantastic racing by those two as well. As now Pajala tries to get past Frizy. Is he going to be able to get a move done anytime soon? Because Aussie Freak is now starting to really come back into play here and is now going to start to sit behind Rapid Pajala. We see a car around again. That is going to be War Machine as he now goes around in the same position at turn 1. So I'm not too sure what's happened there, but let's go up ahead. And the gap has dropped from 1.5 seconds between Kano and Piastri to 8/10. Something has happened up ahead where Kano has either just got a bit squiggly and lost the back end and has had to ease off the accelerator and has lost a massive amount of time. But this has brought Piastri and Unique Throne back into the fight. Lap 6 of 35, not much going on, lads. And Pajala now manages to get the move done on Frizy down at the back there. Sorry, I'm missing these ones, guys. But M-Bomb has managed to put a fair bit of distance. And there we go, the first time penalty, Oof and Hoof. Now with 3 seconds for multiple warnings down in P6, still trying his hardest to get back up into a fighting chance with these guys ahead, with ZK, with Maxi Boy, all those guys. I think pushing just a little bit too hard and has pushed himself a little bit wide a couple of times. But, you know, it is what it is. Aussie Freak now starting to really gain on these boys ahead. This is really the only battles to watch, except for Unique Throne. So we're going to jump up to him as Unique Throne sits on the back of Piastri. Unique Throne with 59% ERS versus Piastri's 32% ERS. So Piastri now really needs to start to harvest in order to try and keep Unique Throne behind, because this is where it's going to start to really come into play. You know, especially into the later stages of the race when, you know, drivers behind who are better at managing. And there, look, Piastri already down to 10%. Just used 20% ERS in a matter of one corner. Whereas Unique Throne still in 60, 50. Now goes down to 51% and gets the job done on the inside. Is it going to give me a better view? Unique Throne has been spun. I'm not too sure. The view really hindered that one. I'm so sorry, guys. But Unique Throne stays in P5, doesn't lose too much time, but does have a Oof and Hoof who is licking his chops and wants to get the position done. Has Unique Throne got damage? He has. He's missing his front left end plate. This is not good for Unique Throne. He's now got to try and hold up the pack behind him to try and at least bring Matt Skills into play here. Matt Skills is only 5/10 off of Ace Chips ahead. Ace Chips 9/10 off of Oof and Hoof, so he's back within DRS range. Oof and Hoof, yep, goes for the move on Unique Throne and gets the job done. I think Unique Throne would have just moved out of the way. He has. He's moving out of the way a little bit here. And now gets the position lost to Ace Chips. So we are probably going to see a bit of a team order here. A move out of the way. You've got damage. I don't. There it is. As Matt Skills goes up the inside while Unique Throne heads into the pits. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Fighting for P3. Now, Maxi Boy and SFR Piastri go side by side. We've also got ZK who is looking to join the battle. Piastri stays in front. Maxi Boy is going to go down the inside. This is going to have to send Piastri around the long way. He manages to stay in front. There's going to be... I thought there was going to be contact. Any day I thought there was going to be contact there. But Maxi Boy, fantastic driving from him. Manages to avoid the rear tyre of Piastri. War Machine now with a 3-second time penalty. And Unique Throne still in the pits trying to change that wing. ZK now all over the back of... sorry, not all over the back, but still trying to claw his way back up into the back of Maxi Boy to at least give himself a fighting chance for an overtake on the main straight. But Maxi Boy also losing a bit of time to Piastri. All the while, this guy right here, Kano, is just, he's out for a leisurely stroll. There's nothing to it for him. This is probably what's going to happen with Max Verstappen tonight. You know, come later stage of the race, he'll be 5 seconds up the road, without any doubt. Without any doubt. And Robbo now, or Felty Rabbit, sorry, now picks up a 3-second time penalty also. So 3 drivers all with penalties, as we now see Matt Skills. No, who is it? Oh, Matt Skills is now into the pit, so he's stopping early. This is what they said. They said they had something up their sleeves. Maybe it was damage for Unique and an early pit stop for Matt Skills. Let's see if that's their strategy. I'm not too sure. Operation Eaglehawk, I think they called it. I can't remember. Plan A, Plan B. We'll see. But Ace Chips now within 5/10 of Wolfenhoof, really trying to get up to the backside of him to make an overtake opportunity. Rafa Bajala now picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's 4-5 drive. Ace Chips now all over the back of Wolfenhoof, is starting to climb his way back up. He's going to get DRS. Wolfenhoof doesn't have DRS, and this is where it's really going to come into play for Ace Chips to see what he can try and do to get himself past this guy. Is it going to be into turn 1? Is he going to make a late dive? I just don't think so. He's got later braking too. So this is looking better and better for Ace Chips to climb up the order here, as Wolfenhoof is just losing more and more time. But Ace Chips goes a little bit wide there, loses a bit of a 10th, but he is gaining it because of that ERS. So let's see if he's going to go for a dive down the inside. Is he going to get a move done? He doesn't. He has a look. He says, nah, I'll wait till next time. I've got the pace on you. Opens up his DRS and sees if he can go again. No, too far back. So ZK now 2/10 off the back of Piastri. Piastri's tyres must be screaming by now. 9-lap-old soft tyres around this track is just... By this time, they are going to be quite warm. And Aussie Freak now picks up a time penalty as well. P3, for 3 seconds. Now up into P9. Oh, I remember why I retired from comms. My throat is killing me. Evil Blade, the man that's been really quiet this session, up into P12 from his P17 start, I believe it was. Now only 4/10, 5/10 off the back of Goffey, who is in P11, having a pretty good race, starting in P15, I believe it was, or P14 for Goffey. I can't remember exactly. But Evil Blade just seems to be losing more and more time to him. He's got the wrong setup. I'm wondering if that's what's happened. Is he put the wrong setup? There you go. So Evil Blade has no setup. So it's been caught in chat by a henchman. As a bit of a lock up there. Yeah, so unfortunately for Blade, no setup means not really a great start. So Aussie Freak now really trying to make his way past Pajala to see if anything can happen here. But these two, God, that view is terrible. So these two, whoa, they're touching. There's contact. Not too sure what happened there. I saw Aussie Freak go inside of Rafa Pajala, at least buying dinner first. Aussie. This man is the hardest man to get past. You need to really wait for the most opportune time and just pull the trigger on it. That's all you can do. So we've got M-Bomb up here now into P7. Behind Ace Chip is really having quite a good race. He was stuck behind Pajala for a while, stuck behind Frazi for a while, and has now managed to get past all of these boys and is now heading to the back of Ace Chips, who is also on the back of Wolfen. Now get something done, unless Wolfenhoof has that straight line speed set up that isn't really working to Ace Chip's advantage. M-Bomb still all over the back of him. It looks to go down the inside. Doesn't get it done. Combo Wally also picks up another 3-second time penalty. But here we go. M-Bomb now goes down the inside. Was there contact? I don't know. But that is M-Bomb on Ace Chips as he now manages to get the move done. Fantastic move from what I've seen too. There was no, from my side, I didn't think there was any contact. But now he sets his sights on Hoof and Hoof, puts the foot down and says, I will get them. Now Unique Throne. Now fighting his way back up the grid. Managed to get past Magically and Zachary. Now 4.5 seconds behind his teammate. Apologies. In P13, who is only 5/10 off of Goffey ahead. Goffey all over the back of Evil Blade as well. So it looks like Evil Blade must have, found a little bit of pace somewhere. And that's not what you want to see from M-Bomb. M-Bomb now picks up that 3-second time penalty. That's not good for his chances on for a podium. With the pace that he's got too, it's definitely something that could have been done. So Matty Skills, 5/10. 5/10 off of the back of Goffey. Is he going to be able to get anything done? We might come back to this one later as we just move up the order of... Oh, hang on. Hang on. He's mounting something. Is he going to get done? Opens up that DRS, but Goffey also has DRS. Matty Skills is going to use the ERS, but so is Goffey. Nothing can be done about it. Matty Skills falls back behind and says, all right, fine. I'll wait till next time. But no, he's mounting something again. We might jump on board as he goes around the outside. Goffey on the inside. Goffey, is he going to concede the position? Oh my God, that is an overtake from Matty Skills on Goffey. Now Matty Skills sets his sights on Evil Blade, and let's see what we can do later on in that one as he tries to get back up there. Goffey now picks up that 3-second time penalty. Aussie Freak still on the back of Bajala, but Aussie Freak into the wall, trying his hardest to fight and loses his front wing. Just got squirrely on the exit of the corner, back end kicks out, bit of the oversteer, and straight into the wall, losing his front wing. Lucky not to lose his front left tyre. As now Frizy looks to take advantage of the move. Yeah, well played, Aussie Freak, as you go wide to let the drivers through, not to hinder them too much. So we might move back up here to ZK, who is sitting comfortably in P2, and Kano sitting very comfortably in P1 as he laps his teammate Combo Wally and laps War Machine. Sitting in P1 by 8.5 seconds. This is Kano's race to lose. That's all it comes down to. Kano's race to lose. So Matt Skills now gets the move done on Evil Blade. Evil Blade is going to want to fight back, but can he do it with no setup? Because right behind him is the man of the hour for Alpine over the last few weeks. He's been racing Tier 2 for them and helping him out up there because they haven't had a driver. And Unique Throne now on the back of Evil Blade. After an unfortunate spin and damage to his front wing, he now goes around the outside and gets the job done into... No, he doesn't. Wrong car. And that's going to bring out a safety car. Magic Lee is out. That is a safety car. Magic Lee has crashed out of the session. And we're going to see what happened here as we jump on board with Aussie Freak. No, the car disappeared. Awesome. Thank you, Roadies. Not what I needed. So the boys up in P2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all pit. But Kano just past the pit lane entrance, so was a bit too far ahead to be able to take advantage of the safety car here. So Magically with that DNF, unfortunate, really unfortunate for him. Still got 2 races left after this, so we'll watch him come back and hopefully next season. Oh, and Evil Blade picks up that 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. That's not what he's going to want either. So we see a fair few new strategies here. So ZK onto the hard tyres with 0 laps. Maxi Boy onto the hard tyres with 0 laps. Kano obviously just got a illegal overtake. That's not going to bode well for him. Move off the track, Robbo. If you can hear me, move off the track and let him pass. So Robbo's going to go not into the pits. Going to stay out. Robbo's already pitted, that's why. All right. So Kano now into the pits, but unfortunately was held up by quite some time by the blue flag car ahead. But under a safety car condition, you do not need to move out of the way. It's where you sit. So ZK now, is he going to be able to capitalize on this? He's got a delta. It looks like he's trying to hold to it. But it looks like Kano is now on his way out of the pits, so he will maintain P1. Yeah, he's definitely going to maintain P1 here. So he's now out of the pits, while ZK, 33 seconds down the road still. Discord messages, what's going on? Am I failure? Welcome to the league. So, safety car condition. We've got a couple of guys who've been lapped. We've got a driver who has now lost a 9-second lead. We've got a driver who has now done 2 pit stops because of his wing damage. So we might have to have a look at that and see how this is going to play out for Unique Throne. I think this could actually work out really well for him, because it's put him right back up into contention here. So penalties. Let's have a look at the penalties while we're here. 3 seconds to Uffenhof, 3 seconds to M-Bomb. Pajala, 3. Evil Blade, unfortunately, 5 seconds there. Goffy, 3. Aussie Freak, 3. Rabbit, 3. Kirko, penalty free right now, which is fantastic. Combo Ollie with 6 seconds. Of War Machine currently on 8 seconds of penalties, sitting in P19 for the Aston Martin, as ZK almost goes up the backside of Combo Ollie. Gotta keep watching what you're doing. This is where Combo Ollie, if you're in the stream, if you could just move over to the side of the track and let them all pass, this is just going to cause havoc. So we're still waiting a little bit of time. We've still got some time for the cars to catch up to the back. So, guys, I'd love to see in chat, once I bring chat up, I'd love to see in chat what your guys' predictions are for the remainder of the race, in terms of if anybody else is going to DNF. Do you think we are going to have rain? I don't think so. It's quite blue. Who is going to be your top 3? Who's going to get the fastest lap? And a cheeky one, who is going to win the race in Abu Dhabi tonight for the final race of this 2023 Formula One season? So, actually, you think War Machine? War Machine's going to DNF. I agree. Verstappen will win tonight, unfortunately. I would love to see somebody else win. I would love to see it. Maybe he'll just pull over to the side and let everyone pass and then finish in P20. He's hoping. So, Kane P1 from Henchman, ZK P2, Matty in P3. Maxi to win tonight. What? Kano P1, ZK P2, Matty P3. Oh, Max to win tonight by a mile. Gotcha. Yep. So still waiting for those cars to get to the back of the pack so we can finally get underway from this very long, what feels like an eternity for this safety car. Got a couple more drivers into the pits as Combo Ollie and Frizy both go into the pits. Frizy doing his usual pit right before the safety car goes in, so he's on the freshest tyres possible, and somehow it just works for him. I don't know how. I've tried it. It doesn't work for me. But I guess that's just the Frizy way. So Kano now under threat from ZK and Maxi Boy. He's definitely got the pace to say see you later. But I mean, if you see drivers, behind you and they're right behind you battling, you are going to lose a little bit of time. But you're also burning those drivers behind their tyres. So we'll have a quick, we'll bring back the tyres. So they're on hards. So top 5 are all on hards. Matty Skills and Unique Throne both on mediums. Old mediums though, so this may not work in their favour. They might be a bit too far gone compared to the rest of the grid here. All on fresh tyres with the exception of Zachary on 17 lap old hard tyres. Trying to just stay out to give himself a little bit of track position. Safety car is going to be in this lap, so we are going to remove the tyre strategies and go straight back to none. And we are going to wait to see when Kano decides to get a move on. So easing up the pack right now while the safety car enters. I thought he would be driving a little bit slower than this, but no, he hasn't. So Wamian is going. That's him. He's gone. He's caught ZK sleeping. No? Yeah, he has. He's caught ZK sleeping, but ZK manages just to hold on with the cornering that he's got. And he's going to get the back of Kano as he now goes to looks to the outside. Is he going to get the move done? Kano sticks it back up the inside, goes real deep, and manages to hold on to P1. As ZK thought he had something on there. He thought he did, but he just didn't get it done. Now looks to the outside, which opens up the position there for Maxi Boy to sneak his way through. Doesn't get it done. Goffey, 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Looks like Evil Blade also got that 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Piastri now back into the fight too, as he is all over the back of Maxi Boy. Oof and Hoof also up there. Matty Skills losing a bit of time here. Same with Unique Throne. Is it going to be a... War Machine now picks up a 3-second time penalty. Is it going to be team orders for Unique Throne and Matt Skills? Something needs to happen here with these two. They're on old tyres versus very, very fresh tyres. So these guys are going to be under the pump very soon. So far, Kano not managing to break the gap majorly, but ZK does go a little bit wide there, which is now going to give the opportunity to Maxi Boy to sneak up that little bit closer and for Kano to get that little bit further. Maxi Boy 2 tenths behind. Is he going to be able to make a move? Is he going to try and make a dive down the inside? He's not. He's just going to file in and sit behind him and just let whatever happens happen. So I might drop down and have a look just to see if there's any battles going on down here. So Frizy now starting to get his boogie on as he is on fresher tyres. Now with Felty Rabbit ahead of him, only 8 tenths, 7 tenths, 5 tenths. He is cooking. Might jump on board with him just to see how the position goes, how the position swap goes. Can he go down the inside of a position? What is going on here? He's trying to warm up his tyres at the same time. Oh. No. Getting a little bit of glitching here. But he gets the move done on Felty Rabbit. Felty Rabbit almost goes up the backside of Frizy. But now ahead of Frizy is Goffey. And M-Bomb now gets the position done on Aussie Freak. Says thank you very much. I'll put myself back up into that top 10. And now there it is, as to be expected. Kano now 1.3 seconds up into the distance of ZK. Also sets the fastest lap with that 1:18.9. And there it is. That's not... It's really not expected, to be honest. So don't know what happened there. And Frizy has lost a few positions too. Lost out... Oh no, stay in position. He's just tried to make a move on Goffey but didn't get it done. As Goffey now looks to make a move on Zachary, who is on majorly old tyres. And Goffey goes out real wide. There's contact made as they go 3 wide. Is there going to be more contact? No. Goffey loses out on the position to Frizy and also doesn't get the position done. There's a spin there as Zachary is now around and the rest of the grid are on their way through. So Frizy now gets the position done on Goffey, gets that position done on Felty, and on Kirko as well, and just an easy one on Isaacer as he unfortunately spins. That's really unfortunate for him. So Evil Blade now 1 second from the back of Aussie Freak. Aussie Freak losing that time to M-Bomb as he manages, and is that what I think it is? That was a Kirko overtake. And I missed it. Kirko got the overtake done on Felty Rabbit. Unreal. So we're going to move back up to the front here because there is a bit of a battle ensuing between Maxi Boy and ZK as these two have just been within each other's DRS pretty much the entire race. And there it is, the position swap between Unique Throne and Matt Skills, as Matt Skills also loses out in the position to Ace Chips, but he is fighting it. Is he going to go? No, he's not. He's going to have to just sit down, file in and say, all right, you can have it. But you're going to have to try and get past my teammate ahead of you too. Although Ace Chips on the fresher tyres, only 3/10 behind. Is he going to be able to get the position done on Unique Throne ahead of him? He is definitely wanting to have a look. It's a Red Bull Alpine battle here for 6, 7, 8, and 9. Little bit slow through the chicane there, losing a lot of time actually. It's Unique Throne ahead. You know, losing 4/10, so he must have a very big straight line setup, I'm guessing. As Unique Throne now just outside of DRS range to Pajala, whereas Ace Chips is still within DRS range of Unique, so this could get nasty between the two. They too have also had a run-in previously, and this is where, there it is, Unique Throne into the box. Matt Skills stays out, and I reckon he'll go one more and box again. And he opens up his DRS to try and just hold himself within any sort of striking distance to the driver ahead, Ace Chips, and that's... I think that was to be expected. Their tyres were just too far gone. And I think Matt Skills was going to pit in this lap. So we're going to jump back up here. Piastri now starting to lose a little bit of time to the guys ahead. 1 second now the gap to Maxi Boy. Maxi Boy still holding on to ZK in P2. He wants that P2. I can see it. You can definitely see it. You know, for him not to lose that distance, I think he's done very, very well. And it doesn't matter which position either of these three finish in, I think they're very well deserved positions. They definitely need to, they're definitely where they are and where they should be, I think. So as Maxi Boy now opens up his DRS, he's losing a little bit of time. Manages to open up that DRS though, which will pull him up a little bit further, back within 3.5 tenths to the driver ahead. Both on hard tyres too, so there's really not much between them. It just comes down to which setup they're both running. You know, he's one. Oh, and there it is. ZK gets a little bit wide, but still manages to hold on. So he's done very well there. Piastri not able to gain much time back. In fact, he's actually losing a little bit of time here. Now down to 1.2 seconds, the gap to Maxi Boy ahead. So he really needs to, I don't know, find whatever is missing, put it back in place, and get on with it, because this isn't the pace of Piastri. This is, you know, I've seen Piastri race, and he's got stronger pace than this. So we might move down to any other battles. No other battles. So we might just stick on board with Maxi Boy and ZK. Aussie Freak though. No. Now I thought Matt Skills would have pitted, but he hasn't. He was only 1 lap ahead in his tyres, so 1 lap fresher tyres than his teammate. And that is Combo Ollie. Safety car. What is the safety car for? No? It is a safety car. Who's out? So Goffey is around in Sector 2. Has he got damage? Yes, he has. He's missing his front wing. And that has actually made it perfect for Matt Skills as he now enters the pits to go onto fresher tyres. Let's have a look at what tyres he's gone on to. Hards by the looks of it. Is it? Mediums. Gone into a fresh set of mediums. So let's have a look at the stops here. So Matty Skills 2 stops. Unique Throne 2 stops. Kano, ZK, Maxiboy, Piastri, Uffenhof, Pajala, and Ace Chips all on the one stopper. Evil Blade on the one stopper, and it's currently sitting in P10 with no setup, which is impressive. But unfortunately does have a few penalties, which we'll have a look at now. Penalties, Evil Blade, 10 seconds of penalties. So 2 lots of 5 seconds, 1 for speeding in pit lane, and I'm not too sure what the other one is. Hench, if you could just check race director for me and let me know. War Machine on 14 seconds worth of pens, and Combo Wally currently sitting in P19 with 9 seconds of penalties. So Matty Skills now on fresh 0 lap old medium tyres. Kano decides to stay out on track, and now the guys behind will all pit except for Piastri as he stays out as well. ZK, Maxi Boy, Rapid Bajala now goes up into P3. Maxi Boy now also jumps ZK in the pits, but ZK is obviously going to get past him again unless he gets held up, which he doesn't. So ZK back out. M-Bomb stays out on track with into P4. So ZK and Maxi Boy now have a lot of work to do to be able to try and push their way past these drivers ahead of them to try and get back up into P2 and 3. They definitely have the tyres, but can they go the distance? Maxi Boy onto a set of softs with 10 laps to go. Could be a very bold call, but I think could be the way to do it. Fair few drivers onto the softs now currently. Kirko in P14, an absolute stonking drive from him. P13 now on a fresh set of softs as Goffey also pits. Unique Throne on a fresh set of mediums. His teammate also on the same set of tyres on that medium compound tyre with 1 lap usage. We've got Ace Chips, Hoof and Hoof on the sauce. We've got Frizy, who's stayed out on 8 lap old mediums. M-Bomb, who's also stayed out on those 8 lap old mediums. Rapid Bajala, 11 lap old mediums. So he is going to get absolutely romped. The only thing he's got going for him at the moment that I can think of is his defense. You know, he can defend an absolute line. He could defend Charlie Sheen if he wanted a bag of coke. Let's just put it that way. SFR Piastri up into P2 on 11 lap old hards. Kano up onto the 10 lap old hards into P1 still. This has been an absolute domination from Kano, really, let's be honest. And Pajala stays out. Yes. So Evil Blade with 2 5-second time penalties, currently serving 10 seconds. One for speeding in pit lane and the other for ignoring yellow flags. And that, I believe that's the other penalty that Goffey got too. So we're seeing a lot of... Is Evil Blade serving the pen? He is. Evil Blade is getting rid of his last 5-second time penalty by the looks of it. He has. He's now got rid of all 10 seconds. That is a bold strategy from him, and I think that has played off really, really well to get rid of that 5 seconds, to get in the last pit stop, come back around, let your team know that you're boxing again, and go, look, serve the other 5. I've got nothing better to lose. Sitting in P16, fresh set of softs, a very fresh set of softs, and he's going to be able to try and get it right back up to the back of the pack and go racing on a fresh set, fresher than the others. So this could really work out in his favour. Now with the McLaren lads sitting in P10 for Aussie Freak with a 3-second penalty, and P11 for Kirko with 0 seconds of penalties. So this could be, again, really well for him, work really well for him, but I think a bit of team play needs to come into action here. Aussie Freak needs to let Kirko pass, and I'm hoping they can hear my mental telepathy. Let Kirko pass, and then start to hold up the lads behind. So Unique Throne, hold him up, obviously without damage. but you need to hold up everyone behind you to let Kirko ahead, because if he can try and get it up there and stick it up, within 3 seconds of, let's say, Uffenhof, it's just another position gain for him. So safety car in this lap. So we are going to... Oh, and there's contact made. Looks like Rapapajala went up the back of Piastri. But we're going to see how this pans out. So Piastri, we're going to jump on board with him. Kano is going to go really, really late. And he's going. Piastri wasn't caught sleeping there. He now sticks with him. 3 seconds, but that is a move done by H-Chips. Gets the position made on Uffenhof, but Uffenhof breaks later and says not today. Sticks licks the stamp and sends it. And then we've got M-Bomb, who's also gone out real wide, losing multiple positions there. Maxi Boy now back up into P5. Rapapajala losing out in positions as ZK now moves back up. And there's contact made there as Rapapajala and Maxi Boy come together. Maxi Boy up into P4, ZK up into P3, now trying to hunt down SFR Piastri to try and get his P2 back. He's got the tyres for it, whereas SFR Piastri, I don't think he does. Although he is known to look after his tyres pretty well. Kano also 7/10 behind, in front of his mate SFR Piastri, and this could really work out in his favour. Are they going to play the friendly game here? Is Piastri going to hold up the drivers behind to help Kano win that championship, or is Kano going to be able to, or is ZK going to be able to get past this contact made? And that is not going to bode well for ZK, as ZK now gets the position done, and Piastri now loses out P2, and ZK moving over to try and let a lot of people pass. I'm not too sure what he was doing there. So we're going to jump up here to Maxi Boy, who has now just been gifted P2, 1.6 seconds behind Kano, as Kano now able to get the move on thanks to that incident behind him, which is very unfortunate for Piastri, as he now moves back down to P15. And unfortunately for ZK, I think that's going to be a ticket coming his way, and I think that might be a slam dunk pen. Maxi Boy closing that gap to Kano ahead, 1.2 seconds. Looks like these soft tyres are really working in his favour. Uffenhof all over the back of him. Rapapajala losing out in a few positions. He lets his teammate through. By the looks of it, he does. And we're going to go 3 wide again. No, we're not. Oh, and he goes... Oh, and Pajala moves across and loses out in the positions. There's now contact made again. Pajala is around as ZK now loses out on more positions. We're starting to see a few desperate attempts being made here. I'm not too sure what's happening. But the guys that have played out from it extremely well is Unique Throne and Matt Skills. As Matt Skills and ZK now come side by side. Is ZK going to be able to hold out, or is Matty Skills going to be able to hold his line? Matty Skills squeezes him wide into the pit lane. He says, nope, I'm going to break a bit later than you and I'll take that position, and I'm after your teammate next. As Matty Skills now moves down into P9, ZK up into P6 with a fantastic overtake around the final corner. As Matty Skills now, though, fights back, opens up that ERS, doesn't make the position, but ZK does get very squirrely. We've got Kano now being taken by Maxi Boy. Maxi Boy now takes the lead of the race as Kano now goes down into P2, 2/10 behind his 2/10 behind Maxi Boy. As we now see another safety car, that is Evil Blade off track and into the grass and into the wall by the looks of it. That is really unfortunate. Now, Kano on the older tyres, this is going to be the call to see. Is he going to pit and have to fight his way all the way through, or is he going to have to just stick with it, stick with what he's got, and hope for the best? Because right now I think these tyres are starting to get a little bit worn. There's now 1.5 seconds from Maxi Boy. As Maxi Boy, I was going to say he's going to have to hold up, because I think his delta is going to be a bit too quick. So, tell you what, a driver looking in a very good position here is Ace Chips in P4 and Unique Throne in P5. And here it is. Oh, he goes for the dummy. Kano looked like he was going to pit and decided against it. Ooh, This is going to get spicy towards the end. I think Kano's tyres are a bit cooked. So we'll have to see how they're faring compared to Maxi Boy's ahead, because Maxi Boy is on the soft tyres. Realistically, only got maybe 2.5 laps of, probably 2 laps of race usage on them, and is now back under a safety car condition. So, Kano, what is he going to be able to do? This is going to be the time to think about it and really think, okay, I need to bite my position really well. Try and stick the nose up the inside. Try and force the error from Maxi Boy. Or is Maxi Boy going to be able to try and force the error from Kano and cause Kano to spin, which would be what Uffenhoff would be hoping for. Yeah, I look, Oxtillo, I agree. I think he has thrown it away. As for the slowing down the 5 seconds on the Delta, if he was in front, he's allowed to control the pace. As long as he stays within 10 car lengths of the safety car, then, you know, it's okay. But it's definitely got to be within reason. 100% got to be within reason. Yeah. Left 4 Dead, I have no idea what joke you're talking about is. Oh, before they caught up to the safety car. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. Realistically, did it do anything? Because if he slowed them up, it's actually given them better usage on their tyres. They're not wearing out their tyres trying to catch up to him further down the track. And not only that, but, you know, it sort of hindered him more than anything. So, yeah. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Hey, Abs. Yeah, look, it's definitely been a while. My throat is killing me. So, I know why I retired. But Oxchillo now, yeah, I've got what you mean. Yeah, look, I would probably, look, if I was those drivers, then yeah, I'd probably be reporting it, but, you know, because he's not within 10 car lengths. If he's slowed down that much before catching the safety car, it's within reason. Yeah, it's definitely something that can go to the stewards. So, Abstracts, come on, man. I've put the tyres up a number of times. Hang on a minute, mate. There you go. So Maxi Boy on 6-lap-old soft tyres. Safety car in this lap. Kano on the 16-lap-old hards. This is going to be really hard-fought battle for him. Only 3 laps left. Very fresh tyres under 2 lots of safety cars for these soft runners here. Unfortunately, you know what? I think the best position to be in right now is Unique Throne. 7-lap-old mediums. They're probably right in their prime, you know, area. I think this could be good for him. So Maxi Boy goes. Kano gets caught sleeping just a little bit here. Only now 5/10 off. Can he keep up though? Is he going to be able to hold it in and try and get back up and make some sort of a move to try and... No, he goes a little bit deep there. You can see it all gets real squiggly. That's who's around. That's somebody, a Unique Throne has been put back down to P11. I'm not too sure what's happened there, but that's Kano now around. Looks like he's been connected with from Ace Chips. Ace Chips now up into P2. Uffenhoff into P3. Matty Skills up into a massive P4 for him. Aussie Freak into P5. Frizy P6. Kirko up into P7. Let's go, McLaren. Come on, boys. Keep it up. We've got M-Bomb into P8. Felty Rabbit up into a massive P9. Piastri fighting his way back from the back of the grid up into P10. Goffey P11. Isaachery P12. But we are going to jump back up here to Uffenhoff, who is now 6/10. No, we're not. We're going to jump back down. And we're going to have a look at Felty Rabbit, who's just been done by M-Bomb. we are going to start to see a few positions everywhere here. So SFR Piastri now looking to try and get a move done on Felty Rabbit as he now goes just a little bit onto the grass. They hook their tyres. Ooh, this was close as Piastri tries to get the switchback done. Doesn't get it done. And now also almost loses out on a position to Goffey. When we remove the tyres, get rid of that crap. So Piastri now under threat from Goffey, who is only 1/10 behind. We've got Pajala, who's also all over the back of Goffey, and we know how he can race. So Maxi Boy now 2 seconds up into the distance. Ace Chips 1.9 seconds up into P2 to the driver ahead, and that is Goffey around. That means he loses out in a few positions, but we've still got these boys up ahead. My God. Kirko in P8, Aussie Freak in P5, Matty Skills in P4, Off and Hoof. This is just a very different podium that we are seeing at the moment. I think Off and Hoof or Ace Chip, whichever one made contact with Kano, could be looking at a little bit of a time penalty. But Maxi Boy, I think right now is out in the clear. You know, he could be on for the win. It's now his race to lose. But I think at the end of the day, Kano sort of shit the bed. He should have pitted a long time ago. Instead, he sat on those 17-lap-old hards, and I just don't think it was going to work for him. So race control, DRS is enabled as we now go into the final lap of the race. Maxi Boy in P1. The battle here at the moment, though, with Oof and Hoof and Ace Chip. Is Ace Chip going to be able to get the Oof and Hoof going to be able to get the position done? Currently, no. So Matty Skills now up here. Aussie Freak into P5 still. Frizy P6. M-Bomb P7. Kirko P8. Pajala now gets the move done on Felty Rabbit. Felty Rabbit now under threat also from Goffey, though. No, not under threat from Goffey. He's under threat from a ghosted car. We're all good. Okay. So, there's really no battles going on now. Everyone's got a massive gap between except for Ulfenhof and Ace Chip. But we might jump on board with Maxi Boy. So if I see something a little bit further down, I'll try and jump to it as quick as possible. But Maxi Boy now in P1 with a very, very good strategy, pitting for those softs under that safety car, and has really worked out into his favour. Unfortunately, I think, like I said, Kano should have capitalised on his pit entry and decided to pull out in the last second. And Maxi Boy crosses the line in P1. Ace Chip goes up into P2. Offenhoff around the corner in P3, but loses out to Matty Skills with a time penalty. Matty Skills gets the podium up into P3 for the Alpine. A massive, solid effort for him. Commiserations to his teammate, who definitely should have been up there also in the Alpine. But we have a look. Offenhoff now into P4. Frizy keeps P5. Aussie Freak into P6. M-Bomb P7. Kirko P8. What a showing for these two McLaren boys who haven't had the best season so far. As you could probably tell in the Tier 3 standings. Rapper Bajala in P9. Felty Rabbit P10, rounding out that top 10 there. Goffey into P11. Zachary P12. Piastri in P13. ZK P14. Unique Throne in P15. Really, really unfortunate for him. I'm not too sure what's happened to him. I'm going to have a chat with him a bit later on, or I'm pretty sure we'll see it in the stewards anyway. But, my gosh, what a race. Let me just go in and add I'll include the audio. All good. Just quickly add Maxi Boy. Nope, I can't add Maxi Boy. Is he PC? Oh, he is. PC. Well, that's unfortunate. Can't talk to the winner. All right, well, we may as well kick it off with P3 then. He told me at the start of the night that there was something up their sleeve for the Alpine boys, and it looks like it's paid off with Matty Skills finishing up in P3. What a drive from you, Matty. Really unfortunate for your teammate, because I think he should have been joining you up on the podium as well. But, mate, right now, it's all on you. P3, how are you feeling?
Mate, zinger boxes for everyone. Get in there. Woo! Who
Zinger
cares about my
boxes.
teammate?
All right, everybody heard about it. Everyone heard that. Everyone heard that on stream. Zinger boxes for everyone. That's.
Nah.
Uh,
I'm spewing for Unique. I was in a party with him, and on the safety car restart, I saw ZK get really close up the inside, and then they just both spun going into
uh,
turn one. So I was just hoping that they ghosted in time. But yeah, it was super unfortunate for Unique. I really feel sorry for him.
yeah, definitely, absolutely. Actually,
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking. I mean, he had
Yeah.
that damage on the first few laps, and then had to pit early, come back out,
Yeah.
do another pit stop under the safety car, and it was just 4 stops for him, and he still managed to get it all the way back up into P5. I think he was at before the spin. So it's
Yeah.
really unfortunate for him. But look, right now, like I said, it's on you. You're the one that's in P3. How are you feeling after all of it, though? That's what I want to know.
Oh, congratulations to Ace Chip as well. What a race. I think me and Ace Chip had some really good battles today as well. So awesome race there, Ace Chip, and to Maxi Boy, obviously, as well. Congratulations to him. But yeah, no, I feel really good, man. I feel like we had good pace around Hungarian. I think I definitely got lucky, though, with a lot of guys in front of me spinning. So definitely needed the luck. But we went in with the strategy of having a two-stop and just trying to go all out on fresh tyres. So that was always the strat. And then when I pitted under the last safety car, I put meds on by mistake instead of softs, but I
Well,
think they helped in the end of the race.
yeah, so I actually said this on stream, is that, come the end of the race, I think we had 3 laps before the safety car came in, with 3 laps left to go. And, the soft tyre strategies, while it was fantastic to see it, obviously you had those drivers that stayed out on their hard tyres, 17-lap holes, that was never going to work for them, pissed them off.
Yeah.
Then you had the soft tyres that, if there wasn't that last safety car, they could have been burning, but I still think that the guys that pitted on those mediums, you and Unique, were actually in for the best shot there because your tyres would have been in their prime, like they're in their peak performance zone. So I think it worked out in your favour. So
Yeah, yeah. I was in two minds when I came into the pit lane.
yeah,
And then and I was just hoping that the safety car would go in that lap as well to make sure the soft runners could burn their tyres a bit. But yeah, totally stoked, man. Podium in Wallaby. I think it's my first podium in Wallaby. So yeah, absolutely stoked, man.
that's not your first. It is.
It is my first
That
podium
is
in
your
Wallaby.
first podium in Wallaby. Hey, that's why it's in
Yeah,
the boxes
so
all around.
Yeah,
All right,
bloody
everybody,
oath, I'm
send your
stoked.
addresses to Matt Skills. He will send you all a Uber Eats order for a Zinger box.
But
Send it into
yeah,
his
hats
DMs.
off to hats off to Ace Chip because we battled for the first like 5 or 6 laps and he just defended like an absolute boss and it was really clean too. So
Yeah,
on
awesome.
your Ace, well done, man.
On that, we might actually move up to Ace Chip, who is now in P2, finishing the race in P2. Ace Chips, mate, what a race from you. We've seen some overtakes from you. Nice clean racing the whole way through with Matty's skills. Can you tell us about your race first off, and then I'll get into the questions that I've got after.
Oh yeah, started with a pretty mid qualifying, but then I don't know. Like at the start, I think the front 5 or 6 just took off and were like already 5 seconds ahead of us. So I was just stuck with Matty Skills here. Had me a little worried. Obviously, we're fighting on different tyre compounds, different strategies, and then we I don't know what happened. I think you had to pit maybe.
Yeah, I was on 2-stop strategy, so I pitted early.
Yeah, so I kept going, bit of clean air, and then safety car came, hards, then skip a bit forward, and then came last safety car, I went for softs, and I was in about, actually no, I think there was 2 safety cars right at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
I seen a heap of front runners go wide, so that got me up in a couple of positions. Then side by side with my teammate, then the last safety car, Kano and Uffenhof were fighting. They both had a bit of a collision, so I just went straight through into second.
That was the question I was going to ask. Was it you that came together with Kano, or was it Uffenhof? But you answered that for me. So Uffenhof, okay, cool. So that is really good for you then, because during the after all that happened, I'm sitting there going, if that was Ace Chips, there might be a pen coming his way.
It was definitely Ace Chips. Get out of the baby.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so well, look, that's really good news for you then, in terms of keeping P2. So look, man, since you and a couple of the other Rush boys have joined the league, the racing in here has gone up tenfold, and it's exactly what we love to see. So, dude, you magically. And I think there was somebody else I can't remember the name of, but
Most and Wogjet.
Most and Wogjet, yeah, Wogjet. I'm always finding him on track myself, and the racing is so clean, and I love to see it. So guys, I know you probably haven't heard it from me, but welcome to Wallaby. I know you've been here a while now, but we can't wait to see what you guys bring for the next season as well. So bring it on, can't wait.
Thanks.
And congratulations on that P2 again, man.
Thanks, mate.
And now we're going to move on to the man of the hour, Maxi Boy, with what I thought was an impossible feat to come out in P1. But thanks to your absolute brilliant strategy under the safety cars and pitting for those softs, you're able to track down Kano ahead of you and take P1. And then, unfortunately for him, but fortunately for you, there was that incident causing you just to get a boogie on up the road and take that win. So congratulations, man. P1, tell us about your race, how you're feeling throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it was really good. Quali was quite close at the start, and Kano put in a really good lap, so great job to him on that. For that race, I was just stuck with ZK for most of the race, and I was just chilling with him behind in DRS because Piastri and Unique, they were battling quite a lot on the softs, and we managed to eventually get past them. Then the safety car came out, the first safety car. We pitted for hards, which was pretty good, so we just kept going, and then towards the end I was thinking we probably don't have a chance of getting Kano. He was really, really quick.
Was rapid.
I didn't think I had a chance of getting a win. I was thinking like second at best.
Yeah.
But then the safety car came out, and I was like, I'm going to softs because it was a pretty good positioning with the cars on the track. So I only dropped, I think, 3 places. I managed to get them all on the first lap, and then ZK hit Piastri round, so I managed to get past both of them. And then I got Kano just before that final safety car, but yeah, I got very lucky, but managed to stay consistent and keep away from penalties.
Yeah. And I think it worked out in your favour too when the safety car came out. Kano had already gone past the pit lane entrance, whereas you guys were just there. That definitely worked in your favour. But again, Kano not pitting on that last safety car, he drove into the pit lane and then drove out. So, 17 lap old hards versus your.
Surprised he didn't pit.
Yeah, I think it threw a lot of people off guard there. I think he threw it away a little bit there. So, but it is unfortunate he made contact. No, there was contact made with him as well later on in the race. Unfortunately, sending him down the order. But look, man, you can't take it away from you. The battles that you and ZK were having for so long. Were you guys in the same party by chance?
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah,
in the same
okay.
party.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you
We
could
were
sort
just
of
working together.
you could sort of see, you could see that you guys were working in that DRS strategy. So it really worked out for both of you. Unfortunately for ZK, had a bit of a moment back further back. But look, again, can't take nothing away from you. The drive you had was absolutely phenomenal. So a very, very well deserved P1. Very well deserved.
Great
So
job, Matty, on this
congratulations.
trip.
Well done, Maxi. Great
Thanks,
race,
mate.
man.
Good job.
Great job from both of you.
And I've also been informed that from our records keeper Goffey, Matty, that is your second podium in Wallaby.
Apparently so. I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
So sorry everybody, no zinger boxes for anyone. That is now off the
same.
table. Yeah, it's a shame. So, but look, guys, that's it for us here at Wallaby tonight. It's been an absolute phenomenal race around here in Hungary. Like I said, guys, a few announcements coming soon for season 5. We are talking. We have
Season 6.
Season 6. Fuck, I thought so. Language. I thought so. I've just been correcting myself this whole time. Okay, season 6. So big news coming for season 6. I won't go into it too much, but talks have been had with another. We'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say too much, but big announcements to come. Some changes to come in Season 6 as well in terms of we are going to be looking at the way stewarding is done. We are going to be looking at the stewards. We're going to be looking at the rule books, probably throwing a few things out and redoing a few things in terms of the rules and how they are interpreted and how the penalties are actually given out. So a few things to look out for just to try and make this league just that little bit better. But guys, again, thank you all so much for joining. We will see you all on Tuesday for Tier 2, where myself and Henchman will be racing around Hungary here. So, hopefully I can do as good as my McLaren boys tonight. We're really happy for them. And then again, same time as this, so 8 p.m. AEDT, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, whatever it is. On Wednesday, Tier 1 goes around Hungary as well. And a massive, massive congratulations to Ryan97 in Tier 1, who managed to clinch the Drivers' Championship last race around Brazil. So congratulations to him. It was a massive, massive season for him. But anyways, guys, that's it for us. We will see you all next on Tuesday.